Elvira, the immigration play, is playwright Jessica Carmona's latest work. It centers around the life of Elvira Arellano, a Mexican citizen and advocate for American reform.
Elvira, the immigration play, is a play based loosely on the true story of a Mexican immigrant named Elvira Arellano. She immigrated to the United States, where she had a son on American soil, and then was sheltered in a church in Chicago, after which she was deported. And she had to make a decision about bringing her son back to Mexico with her or leaving him here on U.S. soil. And so this play kind of details fictional events of her life story, where we encounter the people that she met in her time in America, as well as her family. And we hear her journey because she's under an investigation with an ICE immigration officer.
Elvira's story is one which many in our Bronx community can connect with personally.
I think it's important to get the word out there that immigrants are in fact a wonderful community, and I think that that we are called to welcome them into our country with open arms and embrace this. It's part of what makes America great.
As an artist, we have the compromise to more than entertain through our art is to share a message.
For many in the immigrant community, Elvira is seen as a symbol of hope.
You have so many people in our country whose parents were immigrants, whose grandparents were immigrants, and so when they see this story, it sort of reminds them of who they are and where they come from, and it really affects people very deeply. The lesson of this play is that if we see each other as human beings first, and we sort of approach each other with a mutual respect, we can find common ground by working together, and we can find solutions so that everybody is happy.
It's not black and white. It's not a black and white issue, and so that's the power that we have as artists, to be able to present something that people are impacted by.
Even the actors in the play feel a personal connection to Elvira's story.
I've always been very passionate about people from other cultures. I had a next-door neighbor growing up who taught me how to pray in Spanish when I was 5. This has been a theme in my life of creating art that talks about the immigration experience.
Being a relatively new mom myself, I definitely relate to the material. It's definitely material that I can relate to, that I can connect with. That's important to me.
My parents are Puerto Rican. They immigrated here from Puerto Rico. They didn't speak the language. They were brand new to this. And as far as my mother, just even in the way that she was always treated, being a citizen of the United States, but even the way she was treated as a citizen, for me, made it very personal. She never learned how to speak English or anything like that because she never felt comfortable.
This is a really nice piece because it's an ensemble piece. So for me, it's really exciting to have actors in the space all the time. They're constantly, they're a part of the audience as well. They're listening. Along with our audience, and I think that's really exciting, and that they never leave the stage. They're always there in the room because it's our story.
For those interested in seeing Elvira's inspiring story, upcoming shows will be taking place in New York as well as Chicago.
And because this story is truly personal to Chicago, that's where Elvira is from and where the church is that she was sheltered in, that it's a real exciting time for us to think about kind of giving this story back to Chicago in a way.
We're going to be at the Collabor Action Theater August 25th, 26th, and 27th. You can buy tickets on eventbrite.com. Just do a search for Elvira, the immigration play. For New York City folks, we're going to be doing it on September 21st at Adelphi University. Again, just check out our site, elviratheimmigrationplay.net, for information and details about that.
To stay up to date with the latest news on the play and their upcoming shows, be sure to visit elviratheimmigrationplay.com.